with an episode of Tiny Microphone. But yeah, so I don't really have nothing to like talk about necessarily. I just wanted to say that like I'm officially a trained, certified, holistic doula. Thank you. But no, so yeah, I had to like step back from it all and understand that like I'm still a rookie in the industry. I've only been doing this for a couple years. Like there's people who've been doing this like 40 years, 30 years, 20 years. So I'm still a baby. But anyways, when I got into this field, I was like called into this field. And I really didn't, I feel like I didn't have a choice. Like the birth started coming as soon as I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that. Like it was just like God placed me where I was supposed to be. Life happened. Originally though, I did not want to go into hospitals. I compromised my beliefs because I understood that some things are bigger than me and I can't be like so bullheaded and stubborn all the time about stuff. So I was like, well, if I'm being called to help people in the hospital, so be it, which I do still feel that there are times that I will go into a hospital, especially like C-sections and like emergencies, because that's what I feel a hospital is for. But for the most part, I am announcing that I just took my last final hospital client ever. I am no longer a hospital doula unless, like I said, it's a C-section or an emergency. Because that's what I feel hospitals are for. It was just getting to the point to where like I said, I was compromising my beliefs and everything, and it is really like draining on my spirit and on my body and everything. But yeah, like after a home birth or a birthing center birth, I feel like fulfilled. Like I don't feel drained or anything. But after hospital births, I have to take these long breaks. I have to like replenish myself. It is so draining, like literally, and I'm just like, I can't keep doing this. I'm starting to experience burnout, just stressed out, and I'm just like, it's so much, and I'm just like, the idea of giving birth in a place where people are also dying at the same time, that is weird to me. I don't want to say weird, but I just like, it's a lot for me. The idea of like wearing these gowns, like you have to put on their gowns, their clothes, they're like, again, people have passed away in these sheets, these gowns, these environments. It's a lot. And I'm just like, this is not what it's for. Like I say, if it's an emergency, that's where you go. But everything about hospitals are so counterproductive to me also. And of course, every experience is not going to, some people are going to say, no, my doctor was this, and that's fine. I'm not like coming against them or whatever. But it's just like, it's just not the environment to me. And I also be like, there's no coincidence that scientists and doctors have the same uniform, because it's all experimentation. Like that's why they practice medicine, right? Because it's a practice. They're literally figuring stuff out through us, and I don't got time to be figured out on. You know what I mean? Like no, like and just noticing that like you can be delivering babies all day, right? All day. So there's no connection. There's no spiritual connection, personal connection. It's like, it's a job. And then it's also like, why am I here telling them the basics of having a baby? You do this all day. You never once stop to be like, oh, don't wipe the colostrum off because it's, or the vernix, like don't wash the vernix off because it does this and that. Or, oh, you don't need the eye ointment. It's actually been shown that that's horrible, like let's not do that. Or there's nothing. Nobody's like, oh, the placenta, maybe you should keep it attached because this and that. They're not saying anything. They're literally doing the exact opposite, all the opposite things to help you and the baby. Like the fact that you need a birthing plan to make sure they don't violate the basic rights and the basic things, it's crazy to me. Like I wouldn't go into a prison to be free. Like it doesn't align to me. And it's like I said, it just got to the point where it's just draining. So I just took my last hospital client, and I don't care if I have to sacrifice like the flow of births that I'm called to. That's fine. But it's something I feel like I gotta do for me. For the last, like I said, couple years, I've been compromising what I felt to kind of help. And I did understand it was like I just pop up and I'm like, don't have babies in the hospital. People look at me like, girl, you sound crazy. So I'm like, okay, you can't just tell people this is how you make fire and they never seen fire before. Most people think that induction and medical assistance is like a necessity of birth. So it's like, how do you go from saying like that's what you have to do to saying like, oh, you can just do this at home? So I get it. And like I said, before I knew, I didn't know. But once you know, you can't unknow. So it's hard to watch. My people go into these places and just get harmed and disrespected and not even know it. It's really like watching a child get abused and just being like, well, they don't understand. Like the lack of understanding or the lack of knowledge doesn't excuse anything to me. It actually makes it worse because like you're taking advantage of the fact that people don't know better, like statistic wise and just like everything, like the scare tactics they always use. Like they'll say things and I'm like standing there like that's not true. Like you're lying. You're actually lying or saying things that like make it sound scary but it's normal, and it's just like that's not, you finna talk this person into getting an emergency C-section over something that could be fixed by changing a position. Like that's mind-blowing to me. And knowing that like any type of surgery is dangerous, so you shouldn't be doing it just willy-nilly because it's going to pay for your Florida house. You know what I mean? It's like you're willing to sacrifice our lives, our health. And then the more I learn about like postpartum psychosis and just like how that could be related to Pitocin and like like autism is related to Pitocin, it's like they're not telling people this while they're giving it to them. You know what I mean? Like they put fentanyl and they like, oh, this is the okay fentanyl. Like, y'all, I don't know. It's just too much. It's a lot. Like I say, it's a lot. And I'm just like, we got people out here literally going through postpartum psychosis and people are looking at them like, well, they must have just lost it. And it's like, well, did you know that the hospital was very well aware that this could enhance the possibility of that? I don't know. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother video. But long story short, the math is not mathing to me. I can no longer sacrifice my sanity because then I can't be what I need to be to my other clients, because I'm like, okay, I need a month to cleanse myself, to get rid of this like secondhand trauma that I'm constantly going through in the hospital. So yeah, with that being said, I'm officially Khalifa the holistic doula, and I officially am done with the hospitals. So I'm excited about this new section of my life I'm entering into, this new journey. It's just something I feel like I have to do, and like it's not like an indefinite no to be like I'm never going into the hospital again. Cause like if you call me, y'all know. Those who know me, I'm coming. Like I'm coming. Like I said, if it's an emergency, if them people messing with you up in the hospital, you don't feel safe, you feel something's going wrong, like I'm still coming. I'm the hood's doula still. Like nothing's changing. I'm still here for y'all. But it won't be my focus. Like it's not gonna be what I'm doing or whatever. And then like the information and all this stuff, I'll still make informative videos. I'll still do all this. Like this is free game. Like it could be the educator in me. I don't know. But I always feel like, what's the point of knowing stuff if you're not teaching it, if you're not telling it to people? So like I'll still always do that. I'll still always be here. I'll still always be a phone call away. Like I said, people hit my inbox up with questions all the time. I'm still going to provide because that's what I'm doing. But like I said, I can't do it anymore. It's a lot. It's a lot on me. And it's like, I feel like at this point, I'm enabling people because I'm just like, okay, you need me. But it's like, they're hurting us. Like, it's not designed for us. The system ain't for us. We know these things. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just at that point to be like, birth is mental. You know what I mean? It's like 80% mental, like for real. So we have to use our brains. We have to come in with like, yeah, you just gotta be ready to surrender to the body, to the flow, and not to some person in a white gown telling you what to do, like for real. I don't know. That's just where I stand on it. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. And like I said, I'm always here for y'all, period. Y'all already know that. Y'all already know that. You already know I ain't going nowhere. I'm just going somewhere. You feel me? But yeah, anyways, I love y'all. I'm always here for y'all. But come join me on this frequency. Come vibe with me. Come to the other side. Come see what it's like over here. You know what I mean? Where it's safe. What they say? Go play where it's safe. Okay, I'm done. Bye. I love y'all.